All right, that is all of the corn gone. Hello friends, welcome to the Wonder Who channel. My name is Naja. I hope you're having a good day. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. We'll wait for this airplane to get past. I am at the point of surrendering in the garden and in a season of transformation in the garden. There's some things that just were not successful. And there's a lot of reasons why they weren't successful. They weren't successful because of pests, weather, and just other situations. So my first transformation project is to remove the corn out of this bed. It's been planted since May 15th and today is July 20th. And it has not tasseled. It has succumbed to different fungus and caterpillars that have buried into the corn. And so I've decided to go ahead and pull it, which is what I'm doing. So this is something I'm doing as I come outside with DJ, and I'll show you how far I've gotten thus far today. So this is how far I've gotten. I think there were 28 stalks that ended up germinating successfully. And I've just had to do a lot of work with it. And as you can see, just getting chewed up. Just chewed up. There's some frass in a lot of the plants. And it looks like some caterpillars have buried down into the stalks. Also, they've eaten up the bean plants that I put in here as well to make this a Three Sisters raised bed. And they've also eaten up the long Denise squash that I planted in here. And this is after copious amounts of BT, copious amounts of fertilization to try to help it be strong. And as you can also see, there's bamboo stakes in here. So I was doing everything that I could at the early part of its germination. When it was raining and raining and raining, the corn just started laying over. So I did what I could to help it stand up so that it could be successful. And that helped. But despite fertilization, keeping it covered, the caterpillars or whatever other pests that like corn just took it out. So I've been in the process today, like I said, of removing all of this. And this is going to be the bed that I end up putting carrots in. But I think I'm going to try to solarize it for a week or two before I put my carrot seed in here. I just wanted to show you just lots of frass down in the stalks. And then even this one right here, it looks like it finally started to tassel, but there's also a lot of frass down in here. So it's not worth it for me to keep the corn in when the possibility of this making it out, or one or two stalks tasseling, to actually get the corn made happens. It's just something I'm surrendering and accepting. I tried it and I tried my hardest, and then I'm gonna go move on to something else. But I'm grateful for what I've learned thus far when it comes to this. And I have some ideas after my attempt in watching other gardeners get their corn set up. So I'm gonna continue to get rid of some of this corn out, out of here. And that will be what I focus on as far as this bed today. I really want to get my carrot seed in here, but because of the amount of pests that have just decimated everything in this bed, I want to try to solarize it. All right, that is All of the corn gone. You might look at how they just ate the beads up too. This is what surrender looks like. So what I'm gonna do is dispose of this in the trash, and I'm gonna go back inside, and then when I come back out again, be it if I have more time or if DJ needs to come out, I'll grab a hand tiller and just work through the dirt out here and see if I can remove any existing roots or any debris, big pieces of debris. And then I'll spray the soil down. Oops, I thought someone was crawling on me. And I'll spray the soil down with BT today and see how that works. And plus I need to BT the rest of the yard anyway, the rest of the plants. But I'll do that. And then the next steps will come, which would be to water it down very heavily, which is something I probably will do tomorrow, and cover it with some clear plastic so that it can just kind of bake and get rid of any diseases or pests that might be in the soil for a couple of weeks. For safety's sake, I'm gonna pick up these sticks. And here go one of those caterpillars. Those army cutworms. They were just doing what they do in nature, you know. So we're back in the season. Every time I need to come out here, I want to come out here. It is going to rain. I don't feel any roots, so I must have got them all. I see a lot of worms in here. So that tells me I was fertilizing and doing the right things. There was good stuff going on in here, I guess. I mean, too good for the army cutworms and them being able to eat. Like, there are some gigantic worms in here, just at the surface. Like, I'm not even going deep yet. I need to research a little bit more, because I'm like, what happens if I don't solarize this? You know? I don't want to kill these worms, because I'm assuming I would kill them. And then I need to research really quickly. I know it says BT doesn't bother other insects, but there's a lot of worms in here. I just want to make sure I'm kind to them. Okay, I am going to change plans. I am not going to solarize. There are too many earthworms in this soil, and if I do that, they won't have any place to go, and the heat will kill them, and I'm not about that. I really don't want to kill anything, but these cutworms have definitely impacted my soil and my plants and my garden and my food supply this year. And I have to do something about those. I just see too many gorgeous worms in here, and I'm not willing to solarize and do that. I'm willing to take the risk and use hope. When I am employed again, I'm buying an electric backpack sprayer. It has become, to me, with my gardening and my body, a priority item. A must-have. So, all right. Don't you love a pivot? So what I'm going to finish up doing here with this bed is spray it down one more time with the BT solution. I may throw a few plant leaves that they've already chewed up, the cutworms, in here, just to kind of entice them to, no CMs, just to kind of entice them to keep chewing on stuff, and it'll be sprayed with the BT. And then in the next few days, I'm going to plant carrots in here. That's what I think I'm gonna do. And then I'll need to manage those carrots and be mindful about that, and may have to employ the assistance of my family while I'm away to make sure that these carrot seeds stay wet. But I'm gonna use pelleted seeds, and I'm going to cover it with like cardboard so that it will, there's a no-see-um or something keep buzzing around my ear. But I'm gonna plant the carrot seeds and then cover it and water it well every day. But I may ask my husband or my son to also try to come out here, and if they can't water anything else, to water this bed at least. I wanted to show you just one more thing too of what surrender looks like for me in this garden. And it comes to, you know, my disappointment with the squash, the Cucurbita machata. Didn't get any problems with vine borers, but the cutworms just ate everything, and I had to replant some of my Cucurbita machatas, and they're not thriving. And I'm going to pull them, and I have a plan for that. So let me show you that before we conclude. So here we are right here. This was a replanting and a replanting of Cucurbita machatas. So like I said, the vine borers couldn't even get here because they were constantly getting eaten by the cutworms. So as you can see, there's some chewing going on here. I don't have any squash problems underneath the leaves. It's just chewing, just the chewing type of insects. And so I don't think with these growing so slow, like I planted these in middle of June, and they still have not done a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these. So this was a butternut. Now this one I had to replant more times than the rest. But this is a butternut, this is a Long Island cheese, and then that's a honey nut. But I'm going to put something here that is going to give me a quick return and that I can eat. So it's going to be Malabar spinach because it's going to vine here. So I'm going to do Malabar spinach and maybe some basil, maybe some red amaranth, and some Egyptian spinach as well. That way I can get some yummies over here to eat. And unfortunately, this was not the year for me to get some winter squash to have for long-term food storage. And that's okay, because God is a provider. So this is a nice, beautiful, sunny spot. But, you know, you can't contend with bugs. You know, plants can only do so much. I feel like things are a little bit better than what they were on my garden tour that I showed. I feel like I'm in a different frame of mind, and I feel okay about it. So that's the word. This is what surrender looks like. That's the energy right now. This is what surrender looks like. So friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below so that I can get back to you as soon as possible. Also remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope today is the goodest of your good days, and may everything fall into place for you. Alrighty. Thank you, happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate you being here. Please remember, if you have any questions or comments, to leave them below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also remember to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a video. I hope today is the goodest of your good days, and may everything fall into place for you. Thank you, friends, and I'll see you again next time.